I feel like typically we start these with going back to the previous game, but this week is obviously a little different. We'll start with this Saturday. I think it's a little cliche, but a lot of people say records get thrown out the window. Is that sort of the approach heading into this week?
Yeah, I think historically, you look at rivalry games. This week's an opportunity for us to change a lot of things, and it's a meaningful game. So yeah, records leading up to this point aren't a big factor.
How much do you go over with the guys about the importance of this game? Obviously, the fan base, alumni, and former players as well.
Yeah, this isn't just a weekly, the week of kind of thing. The summertime, spent a lot of time on it. Had people speak outside of the current team, former player, that kind of thing to educate. Did that in the summer, and we'll do a heavy amount then this week, because this is a bit meaningful game.
I thought it was funny. They got excited. It's good. Sometimes you get your little brother excited when you're playing basketball and stuff. You let him get the lead, and then you just come back and take it back.
We came in here, slashed their field before the game, and we still came out here and just got after them every single play. We knew that they couldn't hang with us. We did what we had to do. Sometimes your little brother starts acting up, and you just got to put him in place.
I mean, little bro stay doing little bro things, So MSU the little bro.
So they want to mock us all they want to mock us. I'm telling them it's not over. So they can print all that crap all they want all over their locker room. It's not over. It'll never be over here. It's just starting.
Mark D'Antonio really bought into in a way, the disrespect that was thrown towards the program from Michigan. I guess, do you lean into that or show the history of that side of things too?
We've done that, yep, and I do. I like the idea. I mean, you feel disrespected. Adding fuel, and again, I want this fuel added to our preparation. Then it creates great performance on Saturday. So as a coach, I think you're using every angle you can to try to create the best performance and win the game.
You mentioned changing the tide too, is obviously coming into this game on a 4-game losing streak, but can that help motivate guys and in a way forget about what's happened the last 4
I think it comes at a good time because we are a stretch of games of disappointments, and so be able to focus on this opportunity in front of us, it comes at a good time.
When you look obviously at Michigan, they like to run the ball with 2 very good running backs. Their quarterback can run as well. How do you, in a way, prepare for that and stop them?
Yeah, it comes to physicality and being in your right spot, because you mentioned the quarterback goes along in this run game. It's not just knowing that, okay, it's going to the running back, the opportunity for him to go and pull and expand with the ball. So yeah, physicality and then discipline with our eyes and being in an appropriate gap.
Quarterback's obviously a true freshman, but what makes him maybe different than most true freshmen you typically see?
Well, you watch him, he's got some talent, arm talent, athleticism, and they do a good job with the scheme they're running, is that he can lean on a run game when they need to, and then they've done that.
Last year after the game, you mentioned how you will not forget that time in Ann Arbor for that game. What was the biggest takeaway from last year's game, and what's kind of helping now this year?
Well, I go back to experiencing it before, then post, after the game. The meaning, the passion of that, and then you go back to this fueling for this the second time through. I think it's important to educate and make sure the current players, because again, college football, so much like with new players, this kind of thing, make sure they know the importance and use this fuel in the right way to play well.
Going throughout the week, do you bring any former players, coaches in at all to talk to the guys?
Yep, we will. We've done that, like I mentioned already, in the summer, and we will do it this week.
Going back to the Indiana game, what did you see in that game with offense? Obviously, you put up 13 points, not something you're looking to do, but what did you like about the offense and the way it did move the ball, especially
early? We did
move
the ball, and that's a starting point. You want to be able to move the ball, get it close to the end zone. You got to finish in the end zone. Done that in the first half. I did again, we start with a field goal, long drive, but again, that clock's running, their offense is on the sideline, they go down to score, we answered that back, and so we were playing that game of, longer drives than finishing with 7, like that second half, it didn't play it that way.
How much of a game plan is that of trying to have a long drive on offense to, obviously your defense has not played well at times, but how, to keep the defense off the field, do you game plan for a longer drive on offense?
Well, you can select the type of plays you're running, right? And so you're throwing the ball underneath versus throwing it down the field, that type of thing, but you still got to be able to score. And again, I'm not here to say we didn't try to have a more explosive thinking, but it's tough to just continue to match scores, so it starts then on the defensive side of getting off the field, and that was really some third down opportunities we had we did not do.
What did you like about the way Aiden played? Seems like one of his better performances.
Yeah, I thought he was accurate, efficient, decision-making was solid. Again, some of that, the protection was solid for him to be able to work through a progression, and so there's some things to grow off there.
And for him going into this game now, how do you, in a way, keep his emotions in check too, of not letting things get too high and just, in a way, staying neutral, but also knowing this is a big game?
Yeah, I think he's built up a lot of experience here. He experienced the game last year, and so he understands the passion that comes with it, and understands that you want to fuel that passion in his preparation, and then be able to make sound decisions with the ball, which he's done a lot of good this year with that. Going to need it Saturday night.
What was sort of, I guess, the message or the mindset of the captains on Sunday heading into this week now?
Yeah, just again, quick transition here. Opportunity that's in front of us. Again, every time we line up, we want to learn from that. Things that we got exposed on, we got to tighten up. So we still had that approach, but now all forward thinking to the opportunity that's in front of us.